Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to another Laddering in Eternal video. This week we are going to be playing Burn Queen. This is the first deck that I've featured that I actually have all of the cards for, owing mostly to the fact that there are only 3 legendaries in the deck. 3 of Bandit Queens. Let's go ahead and look and see what this deck is all about. You may notice that it is somewhat similar to the Stone Scar Burn list. It's kind of an amalgam of that and Stone Scar Jitto list with a lot of 1-drops. We're running 3 Flame Blast, an X spell that deals damage equal to the power spent, and with Power Surge we must pay all of the power that we have. We're also running a pair of Dark Returns to help us recur some of our threats from the Void when they die on us. 3 Grenadin drones, a 1/1 for 1 that also summons another 1/1 when it dies. With the digital design space that is available in Eternal, this also happens again should the Grenadin drone itself die and then we Dark Return it. We then get to play a 1-mana 2/2 that makes a 1/1. Also running a full set of Oni Ronin, a 2/1 for 1 with Warcry. A pair of Pyroknights, a 2/1 for 1 that if we pay 6 gets +4/+4, and the card also has Overwhelm. We're running the full 4 Rapid Shot, 1-cost fast spell, give a unit +4 attack, and Quick Draw this turn. A pair of Suffocate, a 1-cost spell that kills a unit with 3 power or less. The full 4 Torch, if you're playing a deck that has fire in it, you're probably running 4 Torch. 4 Argenport Instigator, a 2-cost 3/3. When a unit dies, deal 1 damage to its owner. This affects us as well. If one of our units dies, it also deals a damage to us. 2 Kaleb's Favor, 2-cost, deal 2 damage to the enemy player, draw a Fire Sigil from your deck. And 4 Vara's Favor, 2-cost Lifesteal, deal 1 damage, draw a Shadow Sigil from your deck. 2 Cabal Countess, 3-cost, 4/1 with Ambush, so we can play this on our opponent's turn. Its ultimate is pay 4, and it gets +2 attack and Quick Draw. We're running the full playset of Champion of Chaos, a 3-cost 3/3. However, if we have 3 Fire Faction, it gets +1/+1 and Overwhelm. And if we have 3 Shadow Faction, it gets +1/+1 and Deadly. An interesting interaction here between Overwhelm and Deadly is, if you have both of those on the card, then it only has to deal 1 damage to each blocker before it gets to trample over onto the opponent, because 1 with Deadly is lethal. Then the aforementioned 3 Bandit Queens, a 4-cost card, 3/2 with Charge, so it has haste, it can attack the turn it comes into play, and the turn you play it, our units get +1 attack and Quick Draw. Very good with our going wide early game strategy. The final unit in our deck is 3 Impending Doom, a flying 5/5 for 4 with the minor drawback that at the end of our turn it deals 1 damage to us. And rounding out our non-resource cards are a full playset of Obliterate. 5-cost, deal 6 damage, and this has Overwhelm, which is an unusual effect in card games from my experience, but very nice. So if we target one of their creatures with this, the damage that's not needed to kill that will go on to the opponent. The power base is 9 Fire Sigils, 5 Shadow Sigils, 3 Diplomatic Seal, 4 Seed of Chaos, and 4 Stone Scar Banner. I will put the deck list in the description below in importable form, and also a link to the original deck list on RNG Eternal if you would like to look at that. But without further ado, let's do some playing. Alright, I think this is a very keepable hand. We've got a 1-drop and another 1-drop, and then Bandit Queen with Rapid Shot to keep our stuff getting in there. So we're going to keep this. Hopefully it will be good enough to get us there. Alright, starting off with the Diplomatic Seal and using it to gain Primal. Well, we're going to start off with our Fire Sigil, and we're going to try to get our Warcry going. If we draw one more resource, we have a very, very good curve here. However, that could be a problem. Not really familiar with this card, Aegis, so we can't do anything to it. If we target it, it just gets rid of the Aegis. Pay 4 to give it +1 attack and flying. Okay? Well, we're going to start with the banner, and then we're going to attack. And if they block, we'll rapid shot to give this +4 attack and quick draw. And they think better of it, so we'll just fight. And then play out our Grenadin drone and pass. Looks like they are Justice Primal. Okay. Warcried onto that, so that's good. We can play this turn, but I want to have the option to use my quick draw, so I'm going to attack before playing anything to save our power there. They are blocking this turn. Now they could have a Finest Hour, but I think we still have to try to do this. Okay, so apparently they don't have a Finest Hour. So that is good for us. We'll just pass back. Nothing to do with the 2 power that remains after playing that rapid shot there. A Crown Watch Paladin, okay. So we could try to develop our board a little bit more, but I think we want to be very, very aggressive, so I think the Bandit Queen is the proper play this turn, which will let us safely attack with everything, as they all get +1 attack and quick draw. So they can block with the Paladin if they want to, but it will die and ours will not. That is, unless they do have a Finest Hour remaining. And they do, okay. Well, going to get something eaten. The Oni, okay. So our Bandit Queen is surviving. We have got them down to 13. We have a 6-point burn spell in hand should we draw another influence in time. Permafrost probably here. Yep. So will they try to get their Warcry going? Alright, pumping up their Crown Watch Paladin there. So we have an interesting conundrum here. Do we kill this and get in for 2 with our Obliterate, which we would get in for an additional 4 when this tramples over? Or do we develop our board with, say, the Impending Doom? I think we go for Impending Doom at this point and not attacking this turn. They could have, yep, there is Vanquish to kill the Impending Doom. Going to hold this back to block, it looks like. We will not be blocking either. Okay, and I think we just deploy our team. And hopefully next turn we can get in there for the kill, depending on what they drew. Paladin Oathbook, okay? When they attack with 1 creature, it gets +1/+1. So now we have some stuff. We've got Rapid Shot, we also have Obliterate. Let's first attack and see what happens. Can also always play the Obliterate next turn. So that is blocking there, that is blocking there. We've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if these go through, we just kill them with the Obliterate. So fight. And boom. And I'll see you guys in the next game. I don't think we can keep this. We've got too many high drops, so redraw. That is a lot better. Probably leading off with the drone, as it gives us 2 creatures. And is ostensibly the same damage output as Pyroknight. This will allow us to deploy Pyroknight and Dark Return if necessary next turn. Infernus. Don't see many people playing that. And it will die on their instep there. Go ahead and look at that. Had that in their opening hand. Let's play a Shadow Sigil. And we'll attack. And Pyroknight. Okay, we've got the power to play this turn. As always, we want to attack first. And then we'll go ahead and deploy our champion. Unfortunately, we don't have the influence yet to get either of its pluses. Alright, seeking power. Looks like a 3-faction deck the opponent's rocking there. Would love to have hit another influence there. However, we didn't, so we'll just attack. And pass back. As long as they're not doing anything, we're content to beat them about the head and neck with our army here. Okay. Attack again. They are stuck on 3 resources as well. If they don't muster something here, they are very, very, very dead. Okay, Plague. You don't see that a lot. Very effective in this situation, though. Can we Dark Return anything of use? Yeah, we can. Well, let's attack first. And then we're going to Dark Return this. Bring it back up to a 1/1. And then play it. And we could Dark Return the Pyroknight also. I think we will, just to use our mana the most efficiently we can this turn. Assembly line from the opponent. Well, let us attack. Looks like they are going to 1. And so we'll deploy Pyroknight. We don't have the 2 Shadow faction to play our Cabal Countess, which we would wait until their turn anyways, just so it's a surprise. It does have Ambush. Torrent of Spiders, okay, so they've got some blockers. Let's see what they do, though, because they've got to block with 2 here, as this is Overwhelm. And now so is this. So, barring a removal spell, this should be game here. Yup. And on to the next one. Yeah, we can't keep this. This is quite a bit better. Would love to have a play for turn 2. That would be very nice indeed. So Rapid Shot is a fine draw. I could have wished it was something else, but... And we are playing against a person who reached rank 29 on the ladder last season. They're going to go ahead and permafrost our Ronin, as they probably should. And now we're in a bit of trouble because we don't really have anything going on turn 2. Looks like they are playing Elysian, probably Shimmer Pack. Unless they're playing a 3rd faction there. Okay, start turn. And they've got this up, so we have to be aware that they could have the links in hand. We're going to play this. To make sure we gain an influence, we'll get Shadow. And then play our champion. There is the aforementioned Storm Lynx. And Sandstorm Titan is a bit of a bother. I very much doubt that they're going to let us Rapid Shot that thing to death, but we have to try. And they do not. We will go ahead and attack. And then end the turn Did we play an influence this turn? I think we did. End turn. If we didn't, then I was going to Vara's favor to play an influence, but I think we did. And we could kill this thing with the Cabal Countess, but I'm going to just let it hit us. And then we'll play Cabal Countess. And we're not going to ultimate it, we're going to attack, because we have 2 rapid shots available to us. Alright, they're just letting it through. In that case, probably should have Vara's favored to get this thing in deadly category. But we didn't, so nothing to do now but to make the correct play. And we still need a 3rd fire influence before we can play our Flame Blast, and we will end our turn. No blocks. Scouting party. Yep. Start turn. The 3rd rapid shot. Well, again, we could ultimate this, but we want the ability to play both of our rapid shots, so we're just going to attack with both of them. Alright, well, we'll rapid shot here, so ours does not die. And then we will do its ability and pass. Obelisk, that's really bad. They're going to be drawing 3 cards here, as well as killing us. So you can't win them all, especially when you make play mistakes. Yeah, this hand's not doing anything. Let's redraw and hope for better. And that is indeed better. So let's lead off with our Warcry unit. Alright, nothing from them. So, the question is, do we want to go wide while holding up Torch or get Argenport Instigator on the board? And I think we want to get the Instigator out. Next turn we can play this while still having Torch up. And then if we have another influence to play the next turn, we have Bandit Queen available. Alright, looks like there are 3 factions there. And now we have a choice between the drone and the champion. Let's attack first, though. And as we don't have a resource guaranteed, I think we're going to go with the champion. Alright, there is our 4th resource, though. Let's play that. And we're not going to Bandit Queen this turn. We're going to try to set up with the Grenadin drone next turn. This also allows us to respond with a torch, should they deploy something we need to kill. Lightning Strike. Okay, that's fine. Take a damage from our Instigator there. And then drone. Hopefully we don't get lightning stormed this turn. Steward of the Past, okay. Continue. It's going to silence our Crypt there, or our Void, whichever you'd like to call it. And now again we have the choice of whether to play the Bandit Queen or to set up for more. If we play the Queen and they block either it or the Argenport, that will absorb 4 damage, and we will do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then the Torch can finish them off. So I think the Bandit Queen is the correct play. Alright, and unless they gain a bunch of life here, we probably have them. They could have the Harbinger. Lightning Storm is not going to save them. And now they would need a counter spell of some sort. But they don't have it. And so, we continue. Yeah, redraw this, please. That's better, though slow. Luckily, we are on the play, so that helps a bit. If we could draw a non-slow resource next turn, that would help a lot. Then we could play our Instigator. And we didn't. We are going to play the Seat. That way we can guaranteed play this and play this undepleted if we draw something needing to be cast. And they played a Jitto but did not attack with it, and it does have charge. It gives it self-charge. So the question here is, do we kill this or play the Instigator? And I think we kill this. Gives us a Sigil. We'll play our Banner, as we don't really have anything else to deploy this turn, and next turn this will come into play and we'll be able to use it immediately. Yep, glad I killed that Jitto. We would have been getting smacked for 4 there. Let's play this. Then we're going to play our Instigator and kill one of these, dealing a damage to them and gaining ourselves a life. Scheme. They get to look at the top 4 cards of their deck and put one in their hand and the rest on the bottom. Interesting factions there with what they're trying to run. Let's attack. Alright, fight. And then we will Impending Doom, as it's the most resource efficient. Rain of Frogs. Okay. They're going to turn something in our hand and deck into a frog. Alrighty. Well, bye-bye. It does cost 0, though, so there is that. Play our Banner out here. And I don't know why they didn't attack. They're certainly not planning to block. Well, I guess Impending Doom could have blocked, but let's go ahead and attack. Then we'll play our Champion and our Froggy. Another assembly line, okay. And I think we may have them this next turn. All things being equal. This girl has Overwhelm with Rapid Shot, and that's a ton of damage. That's 9, well 8 after they absorb 1. They could absorb up to 5 of it. And that's 13 counting the Impending Doom, and then we've still got these and the Flame Blast available to us. Our opponent seems to be reluctant to pass the turn. Looks like they're going to time out here. They may have been called away from their computer, or they could just be being very badly mannered versus us and making us wait to kill them. Yes, start our turn, please. And we will attack. And we're going to have to wait again, because apparently they are no longer with us. We do want to wait to Flame Blast. We want to make sure that we don't want to play anything else because it has Power Surge and will make us use all the power that we have remaining when we cast it. Well, looks like there's going to be no need to Flame Blast or anything else, as they are timing out yet again. And goodbye. And I think that will do it for this episode of Laddering in Eternal. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like below. It really does help tremendously. And hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos from me in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.